Here. We are bringing you a major update. I know a lot of people have been wondering what the heck happened to us. After the disaster of the hostel, I went down to Arizona to regroup and was going to figure out where I could do the hostel at, if not the same place. I did have a real estate agent looking for me for quite a while in Wyoming, but sometimes the universe works out the way it's supposed to, and I found out not long after why the hostel probably didn't work out for me in Wyoming, because there was other plans on the board. Basically, I got down to Arizona, and soon after I got settled down there, my grandma passed, which sent me up to Idaho because I wanted to see her before she passed, and to Washington to see my mom, and then back down to Arizona. Well, as soon as I got back down to Arizona, this was all in November, by the way, I find out that my mom is in the hospital and that she's going to have an emergency surgery to remove a grapefruit-sized mass out of her intestines. And that it was really close to some major blood vessel or something, and there was a high risk that she might not survive. However, they had to do it, otherwise she wouldn't be able to eat or ingest food anymore. So within getting that news, I found out also that my daughter fell asleep behind the wheel and totaled her car and was also in the hospital, and they thought she had broke her pelvis. And so I'm completely feeling out of control with everything, and I hop in the car and I'm not even sure which way to go, who to go to, and halfway up I find out my daughter is actually doing fine. She didn't break her pelvis, and was in recovery and got home with her dad. So I went beeline to my mom. I made a 23.5-hour drive in 26 hours through blizzards. So I'm driving through Area 51 in the middle of the night in a freaking blizzard with my RH negative blood and my stock animal. Holy crap! I can't see. Dang! This is intense. Anyway, can you say fishing for aliens? Holy crap. This is what we do for our family. Oh wow. That was pretty intense. Yeah, so anyway, I am on the center line, can't really tell, driving through Area 51 in the middle of the night by myself with my RH negative blood in a freaking blizzard with a stock animal. Can you say fishing for aliens? So I just did a fun little spin around thing. So I now have my 4-wheel drive on, and I am not trying to keep up with any other traffic. It is, obviously there's really not any traffic out here, but there's been a little bit. It's really scary when the semis pass from the other direction. Well, we're doing alright. I can only go about 40 with my 4-wheel drive, I think, so I'm not going to push it because I don't want to break it. This is what we're doing. Oop, that must be the side. But yeah, I just did a nice little spin around, and that scared me enough that I'm slowing down now. It's 26 degrees, and I have my 4-wheel drive on. So this is what we're doing. Okay, you can go back to sleep now, go. You didn't die. And it was nuts. I mean, I was delirious, and but just all I could think about. And my mom is a very stubborn person. She's not one to ask for help ever, and I kept asking her beforehand when I knew she was sick if she needed help or if she wanted me to come help, and she kept saying no, no, no. And finally I just ignored her telling me no, and got up here, and upon arrival, the surgery transpired, turned out fine. However, they found out that it was cancerous. She has stage 3 jejunal cancer. Well, fast forward, find out that she not only has one cancer, she has two cancers at the young age of 62. So she also has stage 4 lung cancer, and I have been since up here in Washington taking care of her. I'm her only child, and my mom and I have never been super close, and it's just been a case of circumstance. She was a single mom. I'm going to try not to get teary on this. She worked really hard in a lumber yard, long hours, you know, single mom stuff. But she had a terrible childhood because she was sick all the time. She's the youngest of 6. She just worked really hard her whole life, and she has the biggest heart, but one of the most broken hearts of anybody I've ever known. So she's always had a hard time expressing her love, but she is the most loving person you could ever imagine. She is the one who stepped up and took care of my grandma in her last years of all the kids. And anyway, my grandma passed, and not even 3 weeks later she found out about all these cancers. So now here I am taking care of her. And the future, as much as we want to hope for a miracle and some miraculous recovery, her last request is to go on a major road trip across America. She wants to go to New Orleans because she's never been, and try alligator or eat crocodile or something. She has all these things, and I want to add in some extra things to surprise her. Like, she's obsessed with Chris Stapleton, so I'm trying to figure out if I can coordinate a concert with him somewhere and surprise her. So but there's a few things I want to add in. So I have managed to save up about $4,000. I've got us an RV rental with a shower so she can stay clean. She'll have her own bed. We have a kitchenette. And then I've also rented a motorized scooter. So when we get to these places, because she doesn't have a lot of energy, she can scoot around. We're probably leaving in about a week, if not less. There's a little bit of crummy weather. We're going to drive from Washington down to my place in Arizona, which is where we'll be getting the RV. So for the first 3 days, it's kind of just going to be getting to where we're going to get loaded all up and get the RV, because all my stuff's down there. I left without anything besides the goat. And Little Leaf is coming with us, so this will be quite the adventure. I'm going to be putting up a GoFundMe in the description, and it's for basically, if you feel it in your heart that you want to chip in on this adventure. My mom has exhausted all of her funds. Sorry, hang on. She spent the last 4+ years of her life taking care of her mom and living off of her savings, and Grandma gave her a little bit here and there, but she doesn't have much. And all the cancer treatment is really, and of course she can't work, and so I just want to make this happen for her. Like I said, I've got the RV, I've got the scooter, but I'm really hoping I can, between friends and family, earn enough to have just gas money, food money, and some extra money for like some fun experiences, like maybe a Chris Stapleton concert or something. She doesn't want much. She keeps saying she just wants to go listen to some backwoods music on someone's back porch in Louisiana, and spend some time on the ocean. But there's so many things she hasn't experienced and or seen, and I want to just cram as much as I can and as possible that she's able to you know, do. She wants to bring her metal detector, but she can't even lift it. So I don't know how this is gonna pan out as far as that, but I just want to make it epic, and I'll be posting stuff on YouTube. I don't know how fast my updates will be. She has good days, she has bad days. So if I try to commit to some consistency there and don't hit it, don't be mad at me. But I'm going to try to be pretty consistent with the posting. We'll definitely be videoing everything because I want to keep these memories as well. So just so y'all know, that's what's happening. And we'll be leaving here, Washington here, in just a couple days to head down to Arizona, where we will kick off our grand adventure across America. So yeah, I had mentioned in a live I did not long ago that I have about 40 videos of Leaf and I traveling before the hostel, but then the hostel was such a project, I never edited and kept posting those. So I think if I get the time, I want to eventually post those videos, because we had so many epic adventures in there. We did disaster relief for Hurricane Ian. We handed out like 800 blankets to people, and just what I filmed there right after that hurricane was just mind-blowing. And then her hot air balloon ride for Guinness World Records. We did we've done all kinds of things. She went sailing on a ship from 1812. She took on the world's strongest man, Brian Shaw, on a pushing war in Colorado. Like, we did so many fun things, and you probably got wind of a little bit of this if you follow either my Instagram or Facebook. But yeah, I have a lot of really cool videos still to post of our travels with Leaf, but now we're adding to the adventure here in a different way. And sorry if I'm talking funny. I had all my wisdom teeth pulled out like 3 days ago. 2024 has not been my friend yet. Actually, the last 6-7 months have not been my friend. But you know what? Lessons. If the hostel hadn't worked out, I wouldn't have been able to come take care of Mom. And I'm thinking now, if I'm going to be here taking care of Mom, we don't know how long she'll last, or if she'll recover or what, but I'm her only child, so she has property here, and it's right off the PCT, and it's owned by our family, so maybe I'll do my hostel off the PCT instead of the CDT. That means I gotta move everything I have in Wyoming in a storage unit up to here, but my daughter just graduated college on a happy note, so I have an official vet tech, 5 years deep. She wants to do another year, I think, to become veterinary or dental veterinary, but she's going to take a year off, so really proud of her. We're going to try to hit her graduation, which is in June, if Mom's able to. She really wants to go to that, but she wants to move back to Washington, so maybe my daughter will come up here, my hostel will be here, and while I take care of Mom in her time, whatever that might pan out to be. So that was really long-winded, I know, and I'm sorry I cried. I was trying so hard not to. I tried hard not to the other day too, but it's impossible. And these kind of topics, it's impossible. I feel like my cheeks like a chipmunk, because yeah, I had all my wisdom teeth. I went in for one and ended up getting them all because one of them was impacted, and it got an infection, which is really dangerous. It can go to your spinal cord and can kill you really fast, actually. And I went in to get that one removed, and they noticed all my other ones. My other ones had cavities, because I couldn't brush past, because of my jawbone, to like scrub the bottom of the tooth right. So all my other teeth, they said, look perfect, but all my wisdom teeth had cavities, so we just decided to pull them all. So I'm a little, it's only day 3 since I had all that done, but we don't have much time to waste here to get the ball rolling. So I had to get the word out to y'all that this is what the game plan is, and to stay posted. I'm gonna have some links, like the GoFundMe for my mom, down in the comments, and again, that'll go to gas, food, and anything she wants to try. Maybe I'll get on a fan boat, or who knows. She's got so many ideas, and I don't know how long she'll feel like being on the road, but we're gonna go until she says she's done, and then either get her back home, or I don't know. We just don't know what the future holds, but we're not going to wait around to find out. We're just going to go for it and have a really fun adventure. So anyway, I hope y'all have been doing good, and I'm sorry for not the best of news, but I think it's going to be amazing, and this is going to make me cry again, but just in these last few months here with my mom, let me start over. My mom has never really been good with emotions and compassion, knowing how to express those things. And in the past few months here has really given us the first opportunity I can even recall of us to get to know each other. And she has told me so many things I've wanted to hear from her. like, I love you. And I'm proud of you. The part that sucks is that now that I have my mom I've always wanted, I might be losing her. So I really want to make this trip just the coolest thing ever for the both of us. Because she does deserve it. She's always been there for me. She bought me a pony when I was 1. She bought me my first car. She was the only family member there when I had my daughter. I mean, she's always given me a place to stay and park my gypsy wagon when I didn't know where to go. She's babysat my pets. Nobody else in my family did those things. I mean, she was there, but we didn't know each other. You know, like, we've never been close. So these past couple months have been huge to both of us, I think. To be having this time together and to actually get to know each other. She worked so hard when I was growing up at a lumber yard, and my grandma raised me, so I just wasn't ever with her. And I don't know, anyway, it's a lot and it's heavy, I know, but I think it's a beautiful story at the same time, and I want to make it a beautiful ending. So if anybody wants to help with this fairy tale ending, you know, she'll greatly appreciate it just as much as I will. And of course Leaf will be along for the ride. Huh, Sunshine? Little Leaf, do you love your grandma? Do you love your grandma? Her love her grandma. You heard her? Can you tell the camera? Are you sleepy? Are you sleepy, goat? Oh, how come you're so sleepy? Her need a treat? Well, you gotta tell me how much you love grandma. You love grandma a lot? Yeah, okay. She loves grandma a lot. Alright, you guys, I'm gonna let this end now. I've rambled way longer than I expected, and I obviously had to start that over a couple times. So, we're gonna do a little editing. Now I'm puffy on the top and the bottom.